With the permission of the Honorable Mayor, Rabbi Lealelahu Zohar the Righteous, a special person, a man of exceptional character, noble qualities, a truly unique individual, humble, and with genuine fear of heaven. It is said about him in the Midrash that the Holy One, blessed be he, said that he suspects the people of Israel. Why does he suspect the people of Israel? The more he elevates the people of Israel, the more the people of Israel humble themselves and act with humility. Just like our dear and righteous Rabbi Lealelahu did not become arrogant or lift his eyes with pride. He walks in the way of God with humility and modesty, spreading Torah, all for the sake of the people of Israel, for the residents of the city. Our honored teacher, my teacher and father, the crown of my head, my father, may he live. When we said that tonight's lesson would be held here, he was overjoyed and asked that we bring you his blessing. For 30 years he has loved you and greatly appreciates you. May God protect you and bring you joy. With God's help, all the dear congregation. With God's help, in this lesson, in the short time we have to speak, we want to explain, analyze, and give thanks. And to talk about something that is without a doubt the most important thing in the life of every Jewish person. A person has many things that he considers important and keeps before his eyes. Some things are more important and some things are less important. There are important things in the field of business, there are important things in the area of family, there are important things in the relationship between a person and his creator, and there are things that are important in a person's relationship with his friends, with the people he knows. And there is one thing that, in fact, a person who believes in the Holy One, blessed be he, knows that all the things a person experiences in life, all the things a person does in life, in the end, are all a result and a consequence of this thing. And what is this thing? Our relationship with the Holy One, blessed be he. Every person who believes in the Holy One, blessed be he, a person who knows that everything is in his hands. He creates and runs this world, and no one lifts a finger here unless it is decreed from above. A person with complete faith in the Almighty knows that all his life experiences and everything others do to him are ultimately the decision and will of the Almighty. This is the true faith of a Jew in the Almighty. There are many types of beliefs. There is a kind of faith that the nations of the world are supposed to have, that the Holy One, blessed be he, exists, that he is a supreme power, a mighty force, and that he is the greatest power in all of creation. What is the faith of a Jewish person? A Jewish person, someone who lives as a Jew, someone who wants to fulfill his life as a Jew, must live and must believe that everything that happens to him in life is a result of his service to God. This is what our sages, our wise men tell us. How can a person truly be God-fearing? And how can a person truly ensure that his life will be the best possible in every aspect, including in terms of the world to come, which he aspires to reach? A person who wants, at the age of 120, to stand before the Holy One, blessed be he, to stand before the heavenly court in such a state that he can answer for every single deed he has done and not be ashamed or embarrassed before the Holy One, blessed be he, and before the heavenly court, and also to experience this life, these 70, 80, 90 years, the long years that a person lives in this world, in the best possible way, without harm, without disasters, without bad things. This is the connection between a person and the Holy One, blessed be he. That the person, everything that happens to him, should consider it in relation to what is happening to him in his service of God. A person should think, I succeeded in a certain way. Why did this success come to me? Was it just like that because someone decided that I would succeed? Was it just random events that happened to come together as success? Who is it that succeeds in life? No, I acted correctly in my service of God. I did something good that the Holy One, blessed be he, commanded me to do. And therefore, I received the reward for it. A person experiences bad events, all sorts of misfortunes befall him, and he is confused and cannot find the straight, paved, good and clear path in his life. Why is he supposed to grasp the reason? Not due to his upbringing, birth, traits or personality, but because of what? His relationship with the Almighty. A person's bond with the Almighty is what matters most, and everyone strives to nurture this connection. His relationship with the Holy One, blessed be he, in the best way possible. A person with intelligence, a person with sound reasoning says, if my entire life depends on the Holy One, blessed be he, and everything I have here comes from the Holy One, blessed be he, and the eternal world, the world to which I will ascend. In the end, what I will take there is not money, not gold, not honor, but only the spiritual acquisitions I have gained, the connections I have strengthened with the Holy One, blessed be he, the things I have done for the sake of the Holy One, blessed be he. Then he knows that the most important thing, the true path he must walk, and the real ladder he must climb, is the ascent in serving God, in drawing closer to the Holy One, blessed be he. but we know that the vast majority of people do not manage to fully implement all the spiritual resolutions they take upon themselves. A person takes upon himself from time to time countless spiritual resolutions. A person resolves to improve himself and to take upon himself to observe various things that until now he did not observe. A person resolves to pray with more intention. A person resolves to study more deeply, to study more hours each day. Every person from time to time at certain moments. He looks and reflects on his current spiritual state, at this stage, at this point in his life where he is now, and he knows it is not enough, he knows it is not good enough, and he expects more from himself. And a person truly takes upon himself spiritual resolutions to elevate himself and to be closer to the Holy One, blessed be He. And according to simple logic, if we believe that everything comes from the Holy One, blessed be He, then the moment a person accepts upon himself a spiritual resolution, everything should improve and everything should fall into place according to the spiritual commitment he has made. If a person has taken upon himself to get up in the morning for prayer, nothing should disturb him at night. A person should be able to get up as he must to pray before the Holy One, blessed be He. If a person commits himself to devote a certain amount of time to Torah study, then during that time the Holy One, blessed be He, arranges everything and determines what each person will say to him, whether people will disturb him or not, whether he will have financial worries or not, and whether he will have peace at home or not. It is the Holy One, blessed be He, who determines all these things. If in truth the Holy One, blessed be He, determines everything, then every spiritual commitment we take upon ourselves should immediately cause all the conditions of our lives to fall into place so that we can fulfill that commitment properly. But what actually happens? Exactly the opposite. A person who takes upon himself spiritual commitments, we know this both from the words of our sages and we see it with our own eyes, we see it in reality, suddenly encounters endless obstacles, endless disturbances suddenly arise against him, trying to prevent him from succeeding in fulfilling the spiritual commitment he has undertaken. Suddenly endless distractions appear. Whenever someone tries to advance in serving God, the evil inclination tries to drag the person down. Not only does he fail to achieve what he wants, but often he even falls from the level he was at when he first wanted to rise higher. And we really need to understand why this is so. What is the reason for this? If a person truly has spiritual desires, if he truly wants to draw closer to the Holy One, blessed be He, to acquire His eternal world, to merit the world to come, to attain the happiest and best life in this world, why does a person not succeed? In our generation today, everyone truly believes the best way of living follows the Torah's path. We know that our fortune, our success, and our livelihood all depend on the Holy One, blessed be He. Everyone knows that everything is in His hands. But in reality, how many hours a day does a person actually invest in God, and how many in secondary things that are just channels for God to give him blessings in his life? In truth, the vast majority of the day, most people invest in other things that are not necessarily connected to the Holy One, blessed be He. So why is it that whenever a person tries to take a spiritual step, any spiritual progress he tries to make, there are endless obstacles, attempts to drag him down, when in truth, if we believe that everything comes from the Holy One, blessed be He. And more than anything, we need to ask this question in this week's Torah portion, Parashat Korach, which we are currently reading. With God's help, next Shabbat, in all the synagogues you will read Parashat Korach. And we know that the weekly Torah portion is not just that they divided the Torah scroll. It's not just that they split the portions according to the weeks, but rather each portion actually radiates its influence over the entire week. Everything a person deals with throughout the week, all the experiences a person goes through during the week, the answers and solutions to all the dilemmas a person faces are actually embedded in that week's Torah portion. Once we even said that it's like the seasons of the year. Just as in the world, in the workings of the world, there are 4 seasons, and each season actually has its influence. Throughout a person's life, there are certain foods that one eats in each season. There are clothes that one wears in each season. A person is in a particular mood in each season. In the cold, a person is more withdrawn. In the summer, a person is more open, more loving, and more comfortable. Similarly, in the spiritual world, there are 33 years, 53 years corresponding to the weekly Torah portions, and each portion essentially shapes a person's entire life. In that week, above all, we must ask the question we asked in the portion of Korach. Why? What is told in the portion of Korach? In the portion of Korach, the Torah tells us about the greatest rebellion ever carried out against a spiritual figure. And not just any spiritual figure, but the greatest spiritual figure that ever existed. Moses, the greatest and most distinguished in creation, the Meshech Chochmah, a genius of the last century and author of Or Sameach, writes in his introduction to Shemot that Moses was on the level of an angel. The Holy One, blessed be He, removed his free will and all inclination. Moses, our teacher, nearly became an angel, ascending to heaven to speak with God as a man speaks with his friend. He merited to see the back of the Holy One, blessed be He. No human being ever attained the greatness that Moses, our teacher, attained. Moses led the Israelites out with great power, and no one disputed his greatness. Everything that Moses, our teacher, said was accepted unanimously by all of Israel. Holy, holy would be said of him. Moses' teachings were known to come from the divine. In Judaism, we rarely hear from God directly. Of the 613 commandments, only 2 came straight from the Holy One, where we know the King of Kings commanded us himself. I am the Lord your God, and you shall have no other gods before me. All the other commandments, through whom did we receive them? Who is the conduit through which all the commandments were transmitted? Moses, our teacher, Shabbat observance, holidays, the laws of meat and milk, everything. Moses would come to the children of Israel and say, the Holy One, blessed be He, taught me this. The entire Torah is built upon the trust we have in Moses, our teacher, that every word spoken from his mouth is holy and pure and was spoken by the Holy One, blessed be He. And in the first 2 years that the children of Israel walked in the desert on their way to the land of Israel, there was no major opposition to Moses, our teacher. The children of Israel did not always fully embrace the path Moses paved or his leadership, yet no one dared to openly oppose Moses, our teacher. In this portion, the Torah describes a true rebellion against Moses and Aaron, the high priest. No one dared to imagine that something like this could happen. But suddenly Korach arose, not a simple man, but one of the most important among the children of Israel, and he gathered around him many people, many from the tribe of Levi, which was the most distinguished tribe. Among the people of Israel, there were 250 men who were not simple people, not ignoramuses, nor were they people looking to protest or disrupt the situation. They were moderate, calm individuals, 250 men who were heads of the Sanhedrin, people whom Moses, our teacher, had appointed as his deputies and as those responsible for maintaining order among the people of Israel. These were all people in whom Moses, our teacher, placed his trust and appointed as leaders over the children of Israel under his authority. Yet, under Korach's leadership, they confronted Moses and Aaron the priest, essentially challenging all the established norms among the people of Israel. They said, Moses and Aaron, why are you the most important ones? Why can only you hold this status? Why exalt yourselves above the Lord's assembly? Did only you hear at Sinai the divine proclamation, I am the Lord your God? Are you the only heirs of the patriarchs while we are strangers? Or were we somehow just gathered in from the land of Egypt? No, we are all of the same rank. We are all equal. This is what Korach the Levite and the heads of the assembly who were with him tried to say to Moses, our teacher. They called Moses and said, we will no longer accept this, that there are class distinctions, that you are more important than us. Moses, Korach, and his entire assembly came against Moses and Aaron and challenged everything that had been agreed upon among the children of Israel up to that day. And already our sages expound on this. Korach was a clever man. What was so foolish about this? Korach was not a simple man, not a frivolous person, not someone who sought to attain things beyond his reach. Korach was a very calculated man, a person of great lineage, with a pedigree almost equal to that of Moses and Aaron. He was extremely wealthy, a man who possessed a very large portion of all the money and gold that existed in the world from the day of creation until his time, and it was all in his possession. Korach was an important man, one of the most distinguished and honored among the people of Israel, in that generation of knowledge, in that significant generation when the Israelites left Egypt. And Korach, who was so clever, went and did something that, on the surface, seems to be the most reckless thing possible. He came to Moses and Aaron, the most important people, the ones closest to the Holy One, blessed be He, and basically said, Aaron is the priest? Who even said that he should be the priest? Maybe I should be the priest. You appointed someone, you appointed a member of our family to be the leader of our tribe. Elitzaphan, son of Uzziel? Maybe I should be the leader of the tribe? And you, Moses and Aaron, you just played favorites and appointed him as the leader. He came and challenged all the accepted things. And all the commentators struggle and say, what is the necessity that he was wise? And clever, he knew it was impossible. He knew Moses. Suddenly, God wouldn't just tell Moses, step aside, give Korach your leadership. So what was Korach trying to achieve? Commentators offer various answers, but few are truly satisfying. Why did Korach, a wise man, what did he hope to gain from this dispute? It's difficult to explain. One who does explain this matter in a very broad and insightful way is Rabbi Tzadok HaKohen of Lublin, one of the great Hasidic sages who lived over 100 years ago. In his book Tzidkat HaTzadik, and in other books where he elaborates even more, he essentially says and explains that the entire rebellion that Korach led against Moses was not out of a desire for honor, not out of a desire for authority, and not out of a desire to rule. So what was Korach's motivation for doing everything he did? Korach's only motivation was jealousy. But it was not jealousy of Moses and Aaron's greatness, nor jealousy of the authority they had, but rather jealousy of their closeness to the Holy One, blessed be He, and jealousy of the spiritual greatness that Moses and Aaron possessed. Korach thought to himself, why is it only Moses who can ascend to the Holy One, blessed be He, and speak with Him? Why not make this available to all? Korach said, Aaron the high priest is privileged to enter the Holy of Holies to pray and atone where even angels cannot. Why can't I do that as well? And everyone feels jealousy and desire and is driven to irrationality by things to which they are deeply attached and things they greatly desire. A person who greatly desires honor, that desire for honor clouds his judgment and he ends up doing things that are not worthwhile. A person for whom money is extremely important will indeed risk money. Korach was a very great spiritual person, and he was willing. And he, his entire assembly, and all the people who came with him were willing to take the risk that they might die, that terrible things might happen to them, that for generations they would be remembered in disgrace in the history of the people of Israel as those who rebelled against Moses, our teacher, as the first to raise a hand against the Torah of Moses and against the priesthood given to Aaron the priest, all for the single chance that perhaps the Holy One, blessed be He, would see their pain, that they too want to draw close to Him, that they too want to be not at the level of all the rest of the people, but also at the level of Moses and Aaron. And we even see that there was actually some validity to their claim. After Moses rejects Korah and his assembly, telling them it is not worth it and they have gone too far, it is too much for you sons of Levi, he turns to the Holy One, blessed be He, and says, do not listen to them, they are not right, and I have not taken even a single donkey from them. Moses justifies himself before God, concerned that God might accept Korach's claim. If Korach's followers were so wicked and honor-seeking, would Moses even consider that God might listen to them or favor them? After all, what does it mean to listen to Korach? What does it mean to accept what Korach says? To remove Aaron the high priest from the priesthood? To overturn what is clear today and put Korach there? Moses thought this might happen. He pleaded with the Almighty that it would not, so Aaron would stay and Korach would not take that position. A great desire in a person who is willing to give up his life to reach a high spiritual level, but in the end there are breaks, there are barriers, there are things a person cannot manage to do. And why is that? Korach's strength, according to what we have just said, which is the most logical way to explain the whole episode of Korach, essentially seemingly overly great spiritual aspirations. He dreamed of places that perhaps one should dream of. He wanted to reach places that perhaps he should reach. What was in the end his fate? What was his legacy? He was swallowed by the earth. So that was the end. That was the exception for someone who aspires to spiritual heights. To be swallowed by the earth, to be remembered for all generations in the people of Israel as a bad person. How many people like that are there even today, who truly want, who aspire to spiritual heights, who want and try again and again, but end up being mocked and ridiculed by everyone? How often do they claim they'll finally finish a tractate, get up for prayer, or succeed in completing their spiritual tasks, yet they remain a laughing stock in everyone's eyes? Why? Because they don't succeed. Why is it really that the Holy One, blessed be He, who is all-powerful, doesn't arrange everything in such a way that He desires, for the sake of our righteousness, to justify us and allow us to be righteous and to reach the things He has commanded us to do? Why do we experience all these obstacles and all these spiritual crises? So, in order to understand such a fundamental and profound question, we want to go back to the creation of man and really understand this difficulty, this resistance, and this inner conflict that every person experiences regarding any spiritual matter they approach. We know that the Holy One, blessed be He, created man from body and soul. Man was created from soul and body. The Holy One, blessed be He, hewed a soul from beneath His throne of glory, brought it forth from Himself, and took it from His very throne. He took the most exalted essence above the angels and created the Jewish soul as a part of God from above. He created a sacred, incomprehensible being, sharing the holiness of the Holy One. Blessed be He who formed the soul. The Holy One desired for this soul to descend into the world, as explained in Derek Hashem and other books. He wanted the soul to enter this realm, and this soul would experience a life foreign to it. A soul is a spiritual, angelic being. An angel does not walk, an angel does not face challenges, an angel does not speak, an angel does not hear, an angel does not see. The Holy One, blessed be He, wanted to create from this pure soul a being to contend with all things in this world. To do this, the Holy One created the body for the soul to dwell within it, helping the soul attain everything it needs to achieve. Therefore, from what did the Holy One, blessed be He, create the body? From dust. From a lump of earth, and the Holy One, blessed be He, fashioned this body according to all the needs of the soul. In order for the soul to achieve its perfection, it needs to speak words of Torah, to speak words of encouragement, to speak well of other Jews. The Holy One, blessed be He, created a mouth for the body so that the soul could achieve its perfection through speech. The soul needs to look at rabbis, to look at righteous people, to look at holy places, to look at books in order to learn. The Holy One, blessed be He, created the eyes so that a person can study Torah. A person cannot just sit in one place. He needs to go to synagogues, he needs to visit the sick, he needs to go and do all sorts of things. In order to achieve his spiritual perfection, the Holy One, blessed be He, created the legs. Thus the Holy One, blessed be He, created each and every organ, and the Holy One, blessed be He, designed, outlined, and sculpted the human being according to the needs of the soul and according to the way in which the soul can reach its perfection. So then, in any case, why really isn't it like that?